Hi children, welcome back to your science class. Today we are going to revise block 1, 2, 3, 4. First we can revise the block 1 all about leaves. So in the first block all about leaves, first we studied part of leaves, different part of leaf. Okay, so which are different part of leaf? Yes, first part we studied leaf blade, margin, veins, mid veins and leaf stalk. These are the part of leaf. So first we studied what is leaf blade. Leaf blade is the flat part of leaf. Then second part it is margin. Margin is the edge of leaf. Edge or end of leaf is called margin. Then third we studied veins. Veins are the lines on leaf blade. Veins are the lines on leaf blade. And midvein. Midvein is the vein that pass through the middle of leaf blade. Then last part we studied stalk. Stalk connect leaf to the stem. So the part of plant, which part of plant is connecting leaf to the stem? Yes, it is stalk. Okay, so these are different part of leaf. So this full part it is leaf blade. Then second part it is margin, edge or end is margin. Third one veins. The lines on leaf blades are called veins. Then the line that pass through the middle of leaf blade is called midvein and end. This small part we can see here, leaf stalk. The leaf is connected to the stem by leaf stalk. Next we studied differences between leaves. Each leaves are different in their color, shape, size, texture, etc. So leaves are different in size, color, smell, texture, shape, etc. That is, we studied the differences between the leaves. Then we studied the veins of two leaves are different. There are two types of vein we can see. Netted veined leaves and parallel veined leaves. Netted veined leaves means its leaves are arranged like net. Netted veined leaves, its veins are arranged like net, and parallel veined leaves means its leaves veins are parallel lines. The lines each other we can see. Lines belong to each other. Such type of leaves are called parallel veined leaves. So leaves are different in their vein also. Vein also different. Margin also we can see difference. In the margin some leaves have smooth margin. Some leaves have rough margin. So leaves margin also will be different. Then next we studied different types of leaf. So leaves are two types. Which are two types of leaf? Simple leaf and compound leaf. Simple leaf and compound leaf. What is simple leaf? Simple leaf has one leaf blade. Compound leaf has many leaf blade. So simple leaf has one leaf blade. That leaf is directly connected to the stem. But compound leaf has many leaf blade. Many leaves are connected in one stalk by a stem. Okay, so that is simple leaf and compound leaf. Then we studied the examples for simple leaf and compound leaf. Example for simple leaves. Leaves of mango leaves, tulasi, hibiscus are some examples for simple leaf. Examples for compound leaf. Neem leaves. Then curry leaves, palm leaves, leaves of rose plant. These all are some examples for compound leaf because it has many leaf blades. Okay, then we studied functions of leaf. What is the main function of leaf? Yes, the leaf prepare food for the plant. So which part of the plant cook food for the plant? Leaf. So leaf is called kitchen of plant. Leaf cook food for the plant. So leaf is called kitchen of plant. So what are the things needed for a plant to cook food? Leaf to cook food? Yes, leaf need air, water, sunlight. If it get all those things, leaf cook food for the plant. Okay, so these all are the things needed for the plant to cook food. Okay, so this much only we have to study in the first block. So we have to discuss the practice question now. So first question is, dash are lines that run along a leaf blade. Yes, veins. Second question, dash connects the leaf to a stem, stalk. Then second question is trace outline of a leaf and observe the veins and draw them on outline of the leaf and label the parts of leaf. That you have to do, you have to study how to label the part of leaf. Yes, which are the part we discussed: leaf blade, margin, veins, mid veins and leaf stalk. That you have to study how to label it. The next question is third one. Write 3 ways in which leaves of 2 plants can be different from each other. Leaves are different in their color, shape, size, smell, texture, etc. Like that way you can study the answer. Then place 2 leaves under a sheet of paper and rub crayon over them and get their imprints on paper. Write 2 ways in which they are different from each other. So we can take 2 different leaves. So how can we say the differences? Yes, we can say the margin is different. How margin is different? Leaf A has smooth margin. Leaf B has rough margin. Like that way you can find out the differences. The next question is write the differences between simple leaf and compound leaf. Yes, simple leaf has 1 leaf blade. Compound leaf has many leaf blade. Simple leaf is is directly connected to the stem. Compound leaves, many leaves are connected to one stalk by a stem. Okay. The next question is name 2 plants that have simple leaves and 2 plants that have compound leaf. So examples for simple leaf: leaves of hibiscus plant, mango tree. Okay, tulasi are the examples for simple leaf. Example for compound leaf: neem leaves, rose leaves and palm leaves. 7th question, what is the function of a leaf? Leaf cook food for the plant. The function of leaf is leaf cook food for the plant. Why do plants die when kept in a closed box? Plants die when kept in a closed box because it do not get air, water and sunlight and it will die. Then block 2. Next is block 2, fruits and seeds. Yes, fruits and seeds. First we studied edible seeds. What are edible seeds? Yes, the seeds that we can eat are called edible seeds. The seeds that we can eat are called edible seeds. Edible seeds are classified into 4 groups. Which are the 4 groups? Yes, first one it is grains. Then second group it is pulses. Third group it is oil seeds and fourth one it is spices. So first group we studied grains. Yes, which are the examples for grains? Yes, rice, wheat, maize are some examples for grains. Then second one pulses. Example for pulses are green gram, red gram, dal are the examples for pulses. Then third one oil seeds. Oil seeds are the seeds that we use to make oil. Examples for oil seeds: almonds, groundnuts, sesame, mustard. These all are some oil seeds. Okay. Then finally we studied spices. What are spices? Spices, examples for spices are cumin seed, chilli, coriander, cinnamon, cardamom, cloves. These all are we can say as an example for spices. Why do we add spices in the food? Yes, to get taste and flavor. It will increase us taste and flavor to the food. So that we use spices in the food. Okay. Cumin seed also example for spices. Okay. So these are the some examples for spices. We know oil seeds we use to make oil and some oil seeds we can eat also. Right. But these grains and pulses, these are hard. These seeds are hard. So we need to cook and eat. Okay. Then next we studied role of seeds. What is the role of seeds? Yes, seeds grow into a new plant. How the seeds grow into a new plant? If it gets right temperature, air, water, then what will happen to the seed? The seeds grow into a new plant. Then we studied the process of seeds grow into a new plant is called germination. Okay. Then different steps of germination we studied. And so I told you, I am an apple seed. Once I sown in the soil, my root come first. Then I am a sprouted seed. Finally, I grow into an apple tree. Like that way we studied some examples also. Okay. The next portion is, next part is about fruits and vegetables. How can we understand a thing is fruit or vegetable? How can we understand it, children? Yes, the fruits means the things that have seeds inside it are called fruits. The things that do not have seeds inside it are called vegetables. Then another difference between fruit and vegetable. Fruits we can eat raw, but vegetables we need to cook and eat. Another one more difference we can say. Fruits are very tasty. It is very sweet, right? Fruits are very tasty, but vegetables do not have better taste. So these are the differences between fruits and vegetables. Okay, then we studied different types of fruits, fleshy fruit and dry fruit. Fleshy fruits have pulp inside it. Pulp means soft part will be there. When we cut the fleshy fruits, we can see soft part inside it. This is an orange. Orange is fleshy fruit. Why? It has soft part inside it. Okay. Examples for fleshy fruits are orange, papaya, then kiwi, apple, mango. These all are some examples for fleshy fruit. Then dry fruit means dry fruits do not have pulp inside it. Fleshy fruits have pulp inside it, but dry fruits do not have pulp inside it. Examples for dry fruits. Then almonds, groundnut, dates, raisins. These are some examples. All the nuts. Okay, pista, almonds, cashew nuts. These all are some examples for dry fruits. Okay, so this much only we have to study in this block. We can discuss the practice question of block 2. What are edible seeds? The seeds that we can eat are called edible seed. Second question, name 2 edible seeds and explain how we use them. Yes, which are 2 edible seeds? We can say yes, groundnut. We can make oil. Rice we can cook and eat. Any 2 you can write. Okay. Then why are seeds important for plants? Seeds grow into a new plant. That is the importance of seeds. Then draw the steps of how seed grow into a new plant. You already studied how to draw the picture. Next one. Why is the pea a fruit, not a vegetable? Pea is a fruit because it has seeds inside it. Okay. Next question. What is the function of fruits? What is the function of fruit? Yes, fruit protect the seed and it also store food for the plant. Okay. Then 7th question is, how is a fleshy fruit different from dry fruit? Fleshy fruits have pulp inside it and dry fruits do not have pulp inside it. 8th question is the coconut a seed or fruit? Why? Coconut is a seed because it grows into a new plant. Okay. The next one, next block it is stems and roots. Stems and roots. Then first we studied function of stem. Yes, what is the function of stem? Stem hold all part of the plant. Stem hold all part of the plant. Second function, stem help the plant to stand straight. Stem help the plant to stand straight. Okay. Then third function, stem carry water and food to different part of the plant. Stem carry water and food to different part of the plant. Next function of stem is, in some plants, stem store food for the plant. In some plants, stem store food for the plant. These are the functions of stem. Okay. Then we know some stems we use to eat. Example, potato, ginger, onion are the examples for some stems we can eat. Okay. The next we studied about roots. What are the functions of roots? Root fix the plant to the soil. Root fix the plant to the soil. Root take water and minerals from the soil. Root take water and minerals from the soil. Then we studied 2 types of roots. Which are the 2 types of roots? Yes, taproot and fibrous root. Taproot and fibrous root. What is taproot? Taproot have one main root and some small roots come from the main root. For example, taproot, the plants mango tree, then hibiscus, tulasi have taproot. Okay, so examples for taproot, mango, tulasi, hibiscus. That are some examples for taproot. So taproot have two roots. Main root will be there. Some small roots will be there. Main root is called primary root. Small roots are called secondary root. Okay. Then what is fibrous root? Fibrous roots are the roots. It do not have main root. It do not have main root. Some small roots are coming from the bottom of the stem. Some small roots are coming from bottom of the stem. That means all the roots are coming from one place. Examples of this fibrous root: all the grasses, maize have fibrous root. We can say one tree. Coconut tree is an example for fibrous root. The next is practice question. Yes, practice questions are: first question, why do all plants have stem? Why do all plants have stem? Yes, stem hold all part of the plant. Stem help the plant to stand straight. So all the plants have stems. Okay. What would happen if we break the stem of a plant? Yes, if we break the stem of a plant, the plant will die because it cannot carry water and food to all part of the plant. Okay. Then name some stems that we eat. Yes, we can say potato, ginger. What is the function of stem in a cactus plant? In a cactus plant, what is the function of stem? Cactus plant do not have leaves. So which part of plant is cooking food? Yes, stem cook food for the plant. Okay. Next, what is the function of root? Root fixes the plant to the soil and it take water and minerals from the soil. Sixth question. Name two plants each with fibrous root and taproot. Examples for fibrous root: all the grasses and maize. Then examples for taproot: tulasi, mango. Then seventh question is: which part of the plant makes food in a cactus? Why? Yes, which part of plant make food in cactus? Yes, it is stem. Stem cook food for the plant. In a cactus plant, stem cook food for the plant because the cactus plant do not have leaves. Its leaves are changed into spines. So, stem cook food for the plant. How is the modification in a carrot plant different from the modification in a potato plant? In a carrot plant, we eat the root of the plant. But in a potato plant, we eat the stem of the plant. Okay, this is the way you have to write the answer. You have to study the answer. Okay, next block is about features of birds. So, first three block is about plants. Next block is starting about birds. Okay, so first we studied birds are the animals that have two legs, wings and beak. Okay, then we are going to learn about the features of different features of the bird. So first we studied feathers. Okay, there are three types of feathers we studied. First one flight feather, second one body feather, third one down feather. So first flight feather. Flight feather help the bird to fly. But flight feather help the bird to fly. It helped where it found? Yes, it found on their tail and wings. Okay. Then second type of feather, it is body feather. Body feather cover their body. It cover their body and it give them warmth. Then third type of feather, it is down feather. Down feather found close to their body. It is small feathers find close to their body and it also keep them warm. Okay, so this much we studied about feathers of the bird. Next we studied beak of birds. So we know birds use their beak to catch their food, to make nest. Okay, so different birds have different kinds of beak because different birds eat different food. So we are going to learn about the beak of different birds now. Okay, so we already studied, just revising it. Okay, so first we studied the beak of vulture. How is the beak of vulture? Vulture have sharp, strong and hooked beak. It helps them to eat small animals, flesh of small animals. Okay, second we studied the beak of parrot. Parrot have sharp and curved beak. Sharp and curved beak. This kind of beak help them to crack or break the nuts. Okay, then it eat fruits, nuts and seeds we studied. Then third bird, it is sparrow. Sparrow has small and pointed beak. This beak helps them to eat small grains and worms. Then we studied the beak of duck. Duck has flat and broad beak. This helps them to eat small fish and worms in water. And next we studied the beak of hummingbird. Hummingbird has straw-like beak. This helps them to suck nectar from flower. And we studied the beak of woodpecker. Woodpecker has chisel-shaped beak. Chisel-shaped beak help them to make hole on tree trunk and also help them to pierce the wood and eat small worms or insects from the wood. Okay. Then this is the beak of birds. Then we studied feet and claws of the birds. So how is the feet? How many feet are there for bird? 2 feet. 2 feet have 4 toes. Each feet have 4 toes. Most of the birds have 4 toes. Now we will study how it is arranged in each bird. So first we studied vulture. Vulture has 4 toes. 2 are in front and 2 are at the back. Okay. It helps them to catch their prey, catch their food. Okay. Then second we studied the feet of woodpecker. Woodpecker also have 4 toes. 2 are in front and 2 are at the back. It helps them to climb on tree. Okay. Then third we studied duck. Duck has webbed feet. Webbed feet means 3 toes are webbed each other. Then this kind of feet help them to swim in water. Duck and swan also have webbed feet. Okay, many other animals also have. Frog, penguin, all have webbed feet. It helps them to swim in water. Next we studied vulture. Next we studied about the feet of sparrow. Sparrow has 3 toes are in front and 1 at the back. It helps them to hold branches. Okay. Then we studied the feet of crane. Crane has 4 toes are spread. 4 toes are spread. It helps them to walk on wet land. Okay. Then we studied different kinds of nest. Birds make nest for laying egg, to live, to protect their babies, to protect themselves from heat, cold and wind, to protect themselves from enemies. This all reason why the birds are making nest. And birds are using different materials to make nest. Yes, which are the materials? Grass, leaves. Then some birds use mud and eggshells, feathers. Okay, these all twigs, straws. These all are some materials used by birds to make their nest. And we studied different types of nest. Some birds make nest on the tall trees. Some birds make nest on the small trees. Some birds make nest on the ground. Isn't it? So we know the birds, they can fly high. They can make nest on tall trees. The bird cannot fly that much longer than they make nest on small trees. The bird, they cannot fly. They make nest on the ground. Okay. And we studied the nest of tailor bird. What the tailor bird is doing to make nest? Tailor bird stitch leaves together. Tailor bird stitches the leaves to make their nest. And we studied the nest of weaver bird. Weaver bird's nest hang upside down. And small hole will be there. With that only this bird is entering inside the nest, because this bird is a small bird we studied. Okay. And these are the ways the birds are making nest. Then we know one bird, it is not making nest. and it lay egg on other bird's nest. Can you say? Yes, it is cuckoo bird. Cuckoo bird is not making nest, it is laying egg on crow's nest. Okay, so this much then. Okay, next practice questions we will discuss. First question, what are different kinds of feathers? Flight feather, body feather, down feather. Flight feather found on tail and wings, it helps them to fly. Body feather find cover their body, it keep them warm. Down feather find close to their body, it also keep them warm. Next one, match the columns. First one, crane, fish, parrot, nuts, eagle, flash. Why do different birds have different kinds of beaks? Different birds have different kinds of beak because different birds eat different food. What kind of feet do swans have? How does it help them? Swans have webbed feet. It helps them to swim in water. How do an eagle's feet help it catch small animals? Yes, eagle has sharp claws on their toes. Isn't it? They have sharp claws on their toes. It helps them to catch small animals. What do birds use to build their nest? Birds use grass, leaves, twigs, straws, eggshells, feathers, mud, etc. to make their nest. Describe any two kind of nest. So we can say the nest of tailor bird. Tailor bird stitches leaves to make their nest. Weaver bird's nest hang upside down. How do beaks and claws help the bird to live in its surroundings? Beaks help them to catch their food and build nest. Then how the feet and claws help them? Feet and claws help them to walk around to catch their food. Okay, so this much only we have to discuss today. So we revised block 1, 2, 3, 4. So everybody need to study well. So we will meet in the next class. Okay, bye.